Hi, I'm Diana Montford, the world's first transgender television talk show host. It's on the internet. Look it up. I'm not lying. I never lie. I'm not DOJ. But anyway, or whatever his initials are. Anyway, and I am, yes, transgender. I'm born male, became female. I have to say that because we need our history lesson over.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk to our wonderful guest, our wonderful friend, Emmy Award-winning actress, Miss Louise Shaffer, who's going to talk about whatever she feels like talking about. She won an Emmy. She can do anything she likes. Okay, hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, good. So what's up?
Okay, got a book, a novel, that will be coming out in, we don't know when.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be back to talk about that.
Absolutely,
You're right.
yes. And even if, just come back because we love having
Yeah,
you.
and I love you, so there we go.
There you go.
And then I've got, I just started posting on Substack.
Okay.
I'm writing these kind of little, what do you call them? They're sort of like little think pieces. If you remember Irma Bombeck,
Oh, sure, of
Judith
course.
Viorst.
It's always greener over the septic tank.
Exactly. Those kind of little stories that are kind of your life, but they're also meant to be funny. See, when I was a kid, really, girls weren't funny. We weren't
It was
supposed.
considered extremely unbecoming for a girl
It was
to be
not
funny.
feminine.
No.
It was not nice.
And it was intrusive, and people would look at you like, why are you talking now?
And even if you were professionally funny, like Gracie Allen, or
But she was funny in a very
because
patriarchal way.
she was a ditz, and you got to look down on her. And the same thing, may she rest, with Lucille Ball.
Absolutely.
She made herself into a clown.
Start explaining. Lucy and Juan.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So what I discovered, my family took me to Summer Stock Theater, and the late, great Tallulah Bankhead was doing selections from Dorothy Parker.
Oh, I love Dorothy Parker.
So as a young girl, I was, oh my God, there's a woman writing funny, satirical. She's not putting herself down, she's putting other people down.
You know, if the Vassar girls were all laid end to end, I wouldn't be
Exactly.
surprised.
Oh, life is a glorious cycle of song, a medley of extemporanea, and love is a thing that can never go wrong, and I am Marie of Romania.
There you go.
There you go.
Ba-dum-bum.
So I always wanted to be funny, and
I'm funny without trying, but that's another story.
yeah, me too.
No, you don't
And
know what I
I
mean.
think, you know, as I look back on it, I was kind of like this I was large, I was clumsy, I didn't know how to flirt. I had no concept of how to flirt, and I was very intense, very. And so I think I always just wanted to get laughs. And I discovered this thing where there were a lot of women in the day writing articles for magazines. Ruth McKinney, Cornelia Otis Skinner. So those became my heroines. And then I did acting, and I write fiction.
Well, excuse me, even in things like McCall's or
Yes,
Ladies'
Red
Home
Book.
Journal, there were always opinion articles full of jokes, but it was women for women.
Exactly. So I've always wanted to do that kind of thing, but I could never find it. I mean, I wrote a piece for Playbill called which is about what you do when you go backstage and a friend has just been in a bomb. How you know, oh, that was something else, you know, that kind of thing that you say. And then I wrote a piece that went into Red Book that got picked up by Red Book, which was called "It's Hell Being Almost Famous," which was about being a soap actor, because if you were in daytime television, you were not a star, you were a working actor. And
With a lovely weekly paycheck,
oh yeah,
which is very nice,
yeah.
yes.
So anyway, I I've always kind of fooled around with this stuff and loved the idea of writing these little think pieces. And then somebody lately told me about this thing called Substack, which is, I gather, I don't know the word for it. It feels to me like a kind of huge magazine with really important people writing Substacks about politics and serious stuff. And then there are a lot of people like me who are just posting our stuff. We're not getting paid, just because we love doing it. So that's what I've been doing.
I hate to break this to you. You're not getting paid for this, and neither am I. It's public access.
Well, then I'm out of here.
No, I don't blame you. Take me with you. Huh?
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, what wouldn't I get for a job on a soap? Are you kidding? But anyway, I actually took a soap opera acting class many, many years ago.
Oh, really? With whom?
Well, it was a friend of mine. I studied with Michael Moriarty. And this lady named Kim Todd had an acting school. She was a classmate of mine at Michael's. And then Michael stopped teaching because he got Law and Order. And she had an acting school. And I took voiceover, soap opera acting technique, and at other places I took stand-up comedy, playwriting, comedy writing. That was at Manhattan Punchline with a great guy named Gabe Abelson and some lovely men who wrote for the National Lampoon, John something or other.
Wow.
It was in the 80s, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, why am I telling you this?
Because I'm interested. That's why you're telling me this.
Okay.
I actually, a friend of mine who was the wife of the guy, one of the writers of Ryan's Hope, which is the show.
Which you were too, I might add.
Sasha von Schirler used to teach.
What was his name before he changed it? Yeah.
Used to teach an acting class, a soap acting class. I never thought there was any actual specific technique because we work so fast.
Well, that's what the teacher told us. It's mainly about attitude, the attitude of your character. So if you go up on your lines, you still know how to improvise in character. You know.
What I found that really worked for me was knowing what my character wanted every single minute I was working. And if I knew that, if I knew what she was trying to get from the other people in the scene, then it was almost impossible to go up on the lines because every single line was attached to, oh, I didn't get it this time, let me try this. Didn't get it. And if you structured it that way in your head, that was how I memorized. Anyway, anyway, I started in daytime television way, way back when it was 15 minutes.
And the organ music.
And the organ music.
Yes.
And we had the models would come in and do the spick and span commercials in the break. I mean, we actually had. So I've been writing these little pieces basically about way back then when, and my first one was called Anchovies and How I Won the Emmy. And the second one is called The Curse of the Emmy.
What is the Curse of the Emmy?
Well, you gotta read the Substack.
Oh, there you go. I have to read the Substack, yes.
Let me give you a little hint.
Yes.
If you go on my website.
What is your website?
My website, I have a brand new website and I love it. I'm so proud of it.
Oh, good.
It's www.louiseshaffer, all one word, no caps, .com.
And Shaffer is not spelled the way Natalie Shaffer spelled. It's SHAFFER.
No C, nothing like that. And if you go on that and then you go to contact, then you can go to follow me on Substack and you just click on it and you can get my Substacks. But so anyway, those are the two that I've done so far. And I have two that are going to be coming up called Baby Libby and Me and Baby Libby and Me Part 2.
Who is Baby Libby?
Baby Libby played my daughter, was my daughter on Search for Tomorrow.
Her name was, oh, I see, it was a tiny baby.
When would to God it had been. It was a toddler.
Oh, dear.
Who had to sit through scene after scene after scene with me and the father, his real biological father, to whom, of course, I was not married. And the kid had just learned how to walk and talk. I was brand new out of school, my first real big job, and I've got a child in my lap who does not wish to be there. It was. So
At least he didn't pee on you.
So I wrote, well, he did other things to me. Yes. So I'm hoping people will enjoy reading about.
What if baby Libby reads it? He'll be very unhappy with himself.
Yeah, I changed baby Libby's actor name.
Oh, I see.
Because I'm hoping that the kid doesn't remember me.
Oh, well, if he was a toddler, he probably does.
And baby Libby was my daughter, played by, I will give this much away, played by a real sweet little toddler named Steve.
Well, then he should be on this show. If he was a boy playing a girl, he's perfect for this show.
Yeah, the kid was working in drag.
There you go.
I mean, it was
Perfect for this show.
Yeah, so that's my Substack. And my website, I have a wonderful guy named Josh Desjardins who did my website. And we started the pictures when I was 4 years old.
I've seen, you put one on the internet. I loved it. You were sitting in a chair.
Right, because my dad was in the photo finishing business, and when he decided to go into mail order, he needed to do a brochure. So, what do you put for a picture in an ad? A 4-year-old girl holding a doll in a rocker. So my first official gig really in life was as a model for my dad. And then we go on from there to everything that I've done. And, the point that I was going to make a million years ago, because I am not a linear thinker, is about the curse of the Emmy. If you go on my website, you will see me clutching the Emmy. And
I've seen that picture.
And the rings are held together with a pink bow.
Oh, no, I haven't seen the new picture. I've seen the one from the day you won it. The night you won it. Yeah.
So the rings are held together with a pink bow. And I will just say that particular version of my Emmy is the third version of my Emmy. So read my Substack, because a lot of things happened to that Emmy.
All right. And they charge, like if you want a new one, they'll charge you a lot.
Oh, yeah. I had to replace the thing twice. And the first time it was $250, and I can't remember what it was the second time.
God knows what it is today.
Exactly.
So, okay, now, what is a Substack exactly?
It's kind of, like I said, I think of it as sort of maybe what the Huffington Post used to be. But like I've said, I mean, there are very fancy, okay, I happen to know that Mary Trump has a Substack.
And she's wonderful.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yes. Worth every penny.
She's the one who coined the term malignant narcissist for Donald Trump. I think the term existed before that, but she did point out that he was one. And she is a psychologist, maybe a psychiatrist. So, yeah.
Yes. And also a straight shooter.
There you go.
And just
the exact opposite of her uncle, brother,
whatever their relationship is. God help her. So people like that, she charges people. Then there are people like me that are doing it because we love it, and I'm not charging anybody.
Well, do you think in time you will charge?
No, I don't think so. I'm having too much fun just having people.
That's how I do that. I've been doing this for 36 years for free.
Exactly. I mean, it's a chance.
It's funny, we both play rich girls and we're not.
Oh.
And we are not. We're just actresses, folks.
We are people that never understood, well, at least I never understood the value of money at
Neither
all.
did I.
Yeah, yeah. So here we sit.
Yeah, here we sit.
Yeah.
But well, what? Okay, now you're going to talk about Baby Libby.
But I have 7 Substacks.
Already,
The
you've
first-
written 7.
Yeah, the first one is called Anchovies and How I Won the Emmy. Then The Curse of the Emmy. Then there's one called Well-Bred Girls, which is not meant to be funny. I hope it's not funny, and it's not. It's serious to me. And then there's one called When You Are a Woman of a Certain Age, which is kind of funny and kind of not so funny, which is kind of like being a woman of a certain age. And then there's one called How I Became a Cheap Commercial Sellout, which is how I went from being a classically trained Yale actress whose entire goal, excuse me, in life was supposed to be, to give the world my Hedda Gabler someday.
Yes, yes.
The unfortunate problem being that I do not like Hedda Gabler, and I really,
That's Ibsen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
endlessly. Anyway, and how I kind of fell into doing the soaps, and you and I have talked about this. It was always considered downscale. It was always considered, I had agents tell me, don't put anything from the soaps
This
on
is
your
from a
reels.
woman who won an Emmy for her work on Ryan Soap or something.
Ryan
Yes,
Soap,
yes.
yeah. But as far as the industry was concerned, it was escapist entertainment for the little ladies at home.
I was a model in department stores 40-something years ago.
Yeah.
And I was told, do not put model down there. It's the kiss of death.
Yes, exactly. And so I, staggered out of Yale with absolutely no training tons of training. I could do a court curtsy. I knew how to pour tea. I could work with fans.
You can also wear a period costume without falling over it.
Yes, exactly.
You can act with a corset on, which takes some getting used to.
Oh, yeah. No, I had all those skill sets
Yeah.
down. What I couldn't do was get a job in the real theater.
Or pedal spick and span or
yeah,
something.
Yeah. So I finally tumbled into daytime and felt very guilty about it for years because I really loved everything about it.
Of course. And
It
it's
was-
real acting.
It was so fast. And if you're like me, the last thing you need is time to second guess yourself. I'm just the wrong person for that.
But excuse me, isn't that the best kind of acting where you trust your first impulse as opposed to overthinking it?
I don't know. I think, well, if you have a 6-week rehearsal period, you're going to do a lot of thinking.
Yes.
And if you're me, you can get into a lot of trouble that way.
can't we
Whereas if you're doing 48 pages of dialogue a day, you don't have time to mess yourself up or sabotage yourself. And
Do you really learn all the dialogue, or do you just hit the important points and extemporize the rest of it?
I learned it because I
bless.
could string it onto what they call intention, as I said. I knew any time I went into a scene, I knew exactly what I wanted the other actor to do. And if the other actor didn't do that, then the next line propelled me.
Yes.
So that was the mechanism I used, both for acting and for learning my lines.
It's
daytimes.
What a quick study you must be to be able to learn 48 pages of dialogue.
Well, you didn't learn all. You
I
learned
know,
your scenes.
of course, yeah. But still,
A hell of a lot of material.
what do you do when someone goes up on his or her lines? And it's a one-take show, because it always is.
I was on a soap once, and a guy went sky high. And it was the two of us. And it was back in the day when you didn't stop for anything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now you would stop. But
But it's not encouraged.
But back then you only had the cameras for a certain amount of time. So I mean, if the set fell down on top of you,
You
kept
ignored
going.
it, or you said, "Oh, it seems to be raining." You were saying, yes. Okay.
So and I saw the kind of, that deer in the headlight.
The panicked look, yes.
And I said, we did the whole scene with me saying, blah, 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 blah. I think what you're going to say to me is blah, 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 blah. Well, what I have to say to that is blah, 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 blah.
Beautiful cover. Good for you.
You kicking in yet, buddy? Okay, no, you're not. And I'm sure that your response is going to be blah, 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 blah. And we did that for the entire...
God bless you. And the director must have wanted to canonize you for that.
No, not really. But I did get a standing ovation once for the crew on a show. We were in a kitchen set, and there was a partial wall. It came up to about your waist. Yes. And the guys hadn't spiked it properly. So in the middle
What is spiked?
Seeing to it that it's not moving.
Yes.
Because it was on rollers. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of the scene starts making, and I grabbed it and continued as if nothing had happened. Good. And I got a standing O from the guys.
Because they would have got into trouble if, yeah.
So, and that's the kind of stuff I talk about in my Substacks.
And that is fascinating to people because no one talks about this stuff. Dark Shadows, for example, is full of mistakes.
Yes.
But they sort of add to it. I mean, you see a microphone dangling over 18th century people. That's unusual.
Yes, but
a fly lights on Barnabas's face as he delivers his soliloquy. And when the other actor is saying something, he goes and gets rid of the fly, yes.
I liked it when we used to do it in one take, basically. I know there were shadows and all kinds of things, but I liked the energy of it.
Well, now, wasn't The Secrets, what were you on first?
First, I was on Search for Tomorrow.
Search for Tomorrow. Wasn't that live in those days?
It had just, when I went on it, it had just gone to Kinescope. Whatever Kinescope is, haven't got a clue. But it had just, but you still only got the cameras to tape the show for exactly 15 minutes.
Sure, yeah.
That was it. So it wasn't like you were going to do any retakes.
No,
you did.
You couldn't.
You had to just do the show as if it were live, which I liked. I liked that energy. By the end of my career, we were doing like, okay, take 15. And you're like, oh no, it's 10 o'clock at night. I've been here since 7 this morning. Got to learn lines for tomorrow. And you know what? I don't have any juice left. And we're going to do this again because we've got a boom shadow. Forget it. So I liked it better when it was raw. And then I did Edge for a year, playing a split personality.
Which was a lot of fun for you,
Load of
wasn't it?
fun.
Yes.
A lot of fun. Got to play a bad girl.
I know, which is unusual for you because you always play the perfect, elegant lady.
I always play rich bitches.
Well, this is the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's look on the bright side.
But I got to play the kind of girl that would have a gold ankle bracelet. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sure, Jean Harlow wore one all the time, and it was considered. She almost got expelled from her finishing school for wearing it.
Exactly. I got to wear, the girls that had their own...
Bad sluts is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, they're very good at being sluts, but they're bad girls.
They're bad girls. The girls that got on the back of the motorcycle with the guy and, that kind of thing. I got to play one of those when I did the split personality.
I'm sure your father so loved you in that, yes.
My dad wasn't here by then.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I remember. Yes.
Yeah, but my mom hated it.
My father would not have been happy about that either, yeah.
My very Italian Roman Catholic mother was not thrilled to see her baby.
You went to Yale for this?
Yes, come on. To dance on tables with décolletage? No, thank you. So anyway, when I did Edge was live. Edge was still live. That was fun. I would be changing between the two characters, running across
Oh
the
my
studio.
God, yes.
And they would be like pulling the wig off and putting the
Yes.
other wig on and sticking the bobby pins in
Yes,
as I get
yes.
onto the set. Oh, that was fun. I love
Well,
that.
because you were playing your usual elegant type and your
Yeah.
bad girl, scuzzy girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Louise Shaffer Wasp Princess.
Versus the not so nice
Yeah,
motorcycle
the,
chick.
The motorcycle chick.
The
Yeah.
best friend of Nancy Sinatra. Yes.
Exactly,
Yes.
right. You know, these boots are made for walking. So, yeah, but I loved that. I loved it when it was live.
We only have 2.5 minutes left.
Oh, my God.
I know. What is your, how can people access your website and your Substack?
Okay, my website, real simple, www.louiseshaffer, SHAFFER, no caps, one word, .com. And then when you're on my website, go to Contact. Under Contact, you will see Follow My Substack. Click on it, and you're there. If you know me on Facebook, I post a link to it. And I got all of it right. And you can also go louiseshaffer.substack.com and get me that way, I think. I hope.
You're,
I
don't
know.
ask me. I wouldn't know. I have no clue. But you are my Facebook friend. And if you have a link, then I can see it.
Yeah, no, there is a link. There's a real honest-to-God link. And, I just posted it again today.
Good. Wonderful. Anyway, my guest has been the wonderful, hyper interesting and knowledgeable Ms. Louise Shaffer, Emmy-winning actress, Yale-educated actress, same school as Meryl Streep. And what can I say? Anyway, my guest has been Louise Shaffer. I'm Diana Montford. I love you, even if no one else loves you. I love you. I really should get out more, shouldn't I? But anyway, I love you a lot, and I will see you next time. And you take real good care of yourself. And just remember, we trans folk have always existed. We will always exist. We shall overcome. Love you a lot. See you next time. Bye.